We watched Swamp Thing, then we watched that, and then we watched, Nichole, what's the movie I always
Hi, good afternoon, folks, for yet another installment of Whiskey in the Living Room.
Yeah.
We are talking presently about Predator, the movie, which is a really happening spring topic. We were watching it recently with the riff tracks, and it's actually way better because it's a terrible movie. There is a Doomtree lyric from about it's not a terrible movie. It's just there isn't much happening in it. There's a Doomtree lyric, which is a hip hop group from here in Minneapolis, from about 15 years ago, where they're talking about how much they hate the movie Predator and how it stars Carl Weathers and two future governors, and I'm like, oh, that hurts.
But Carl Weathers looks real good.
And Carl Weathers looks real good in that, yeah. So yeah, we got the slideshow going here. Blake's online. Hi, good to see you, Blake. Thanks for joining. I know we got some folks joining from other places as well. We got a few folks here at the Phoenix in Minneapolis. Woo-hoo, yeah. And we're doing some spring related tunes. We're gonna hop on the camera here just a second. We do the title card. I'm very proud of this. So as you're looking at the title card there that says Whiskey in the Living Room, it's been feeling less and less inclusive, and also as I get older and older, my ability to consume whiskey decreases over time. So we were thinking it might be nice to rename it. It was originally Songs That Make Sherry Happy.
I vote for that.
And Sherry's voting for that. So, but we're willing to entertain other options, although that is presently the front runner. But we're looking to rename something just a little more inclusive, because we have guests who don't consume the alcohol. We have patrons who come to see it who don't consume, and so it felt like it was excluding a few people. So, and also I'm not drinking as much anymore either. I have this really great non-alcoholic IPA today. But anyway, so if you have an idea, throw it in the comments. Let us know what you think would be a great title for this show. Consider a few things. One, that it's Minneapolis local, but globally viewable. It's on YouTube. Anybody can see it anywhere. So nothing that would be offensive across the pond, unless it's specifically at the British. Then go ahead. Sorry, Sandra. I'm kidding.
And she's watching.
And then also that we have a lot of different guests. We do different styles of music, so it can't just be rock and roll in the living room. We do folk and country and all kinds of things. So whatever you think would fit, go ahead and throw it in the comments. We'll take a look at it later. We're not going to vote on it by the end of the show today, so please don't assume that that's the expectation, that by the end of this we're going to have a new name. That's not how it works, at least not for us. But also, I wanted to take a hot second out of the beginning of the show today to acknowledge that we got some friends and family of ours that are definitely going through it right now. My family in Arkansas, some other friends in St. Cloud and nearby who are struggling a little bit, and I realized that spring, kind of like Christmas, is one of those times where you're like, we're supposed to be happy, right? Like there's a rejuvenation, there's like all of this. And it's not always that way. And it's okay to not be okay. So with that in mind, Nichole and I are going to be doing some songs to bring us into more of a spring forward kind of frame of mind. But also just some songs to make us feel a little bit better, right? It's been rough the last few years, but we're going to try to have a good time together, and it's going to be great. Starting off with a little Jason Mraz tune here, and then I'll bring Nichole up in just a couple of minutes. And throw your comments in there. We'll get at the naming convention later, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much. Woo! Well, you done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to chill, but you so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest. Ain't nothing gonna stop the front divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. It's just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved. Love, 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 love. But I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate, and I'm yours. Do 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 do. Don't you wanna come on? Scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ears. Oh, whoa, 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 oh, oh, well, I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror, bending over backward just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. So I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess the type of saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do, and our name is our virtue. But I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the sky is yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate, and I'm yours. Thank you very much. Welcome to Whiskey in the Living Room, Season 4, Episode 3. Nichole Carey, please come to the stage. Also, while she's coming up, Jason Mraz doesn't give me much time to swallow or breathe. And I always forget that before I start. I'm like, just... ugh. I heard that, Sherry.
It was.
I don't think the audience online did. Yeah. So tell us about this next song.
Well, I picked this song to start my set, thinking that it might be a beautiful sunny spring day. And I was incorrect. Thank you, Minnesota. But you know what? We can picture it because it's coming. It's coming, and it's gonna get hot and humid before you know it. So enjoy the cooler weather, I guess, while it lasts. But this is this song in particular, but all the songs really in this set. I picked tunes that remind me of spring, but also just make me happy, make me smile. There are just certain songs that come on the radio, and you're like, oh, and you gotta turn that up. And so I would say every song in our set today checks that box for me.
Oh, good. That makes me happy.
Yeah, it's nice to sing songs that you like, generally. It helps. Helps what you're doing.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to start over.
Okay.
I never get that right the first
That's
time.
okay.
So, yeah.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little dog. it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that I'm so slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining today, Nichole. It's always a pleasure.
I know. Thank you for having me, Scott. It's a joy. We've been doing it for a while now. We
Yeah.
got a good system. Makes me happy.
We've been doing this for at least 9 years, because I remember we had a gig at the BLB in 2014.
Yeah, I think that was our first official public performance together at like 10 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yep.
So there was a lot of people there, but there was a small but mighty crew.
Very dedicated.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
for
it was
sure.
good.
That's all we could get at the time.
Now you get weekends.
Yeah, right? Oh, we're moving up in the world.
So this next song, do I do my bit first?
I'll
or
do
you
my
do
bit
your
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So in the spirit of songs that make me happy, I'm a big John Denver fan. Anytime for people who've seen me do some shows with Scott now, you probably can tell that a lot of my stuff is very 70s oriented and based. That's my era. Look at me. The music, the style, just all of it. I love it so much. And so this set actually has a couple newer tunes in it. I think like two or three, but you're always going to get some 70s stuff. And I think this is the first John Denver tune we've done together.
I know it feels
Yeah.
weird to go this long without doing John Denver.
I know, because I love him so much. But this song, there's so many to pick from, but this song I just had a lovely moment with my husband. We were carpooling into work, and it was like at 6-7 in the morning, so early, and I was so tired. And we turned the corner to get into downtown Minneapolis, and within the first two chords of this song coming on the radio, I knew immediately what it was, and I was like, John Denver! And I turned it up. That's literally the sound I made.
Yeah.
And it just cheered me for the rest of the day. I was like, I started my day with some John Denver, so it made me happy. And also, sometimes you don't realize that songs are actually more difficult than you think they are. You hear them and you're like, oh, that's really pretty, I can sing that. And then you get it in front of you and you're like, oh, crap. As our darling Blake, who's watching, can attest, I have a tendency to pick some wordy songs, and then I look at them and go, why do I do this to myself? So I did it again, Blake. I did it again.
Yeah.
So that's my bit.
All right. And I'll save my bit for after the song.
Oh, okay.
Just because that's such a nice sentiment you're coming in on with the John Denver. I'll make my
We'll
joke
wait for
later.
yours. Okay, fine, fair. He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast and it won't last for long. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High,
Colorado,
Rocky Mountain High.
Colorado.
He climbed Cathedral Mountains. He saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude before his son streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight has turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and flower in the sky. Talk to God and listen with a casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, and his heart's one knows the fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more stars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Poor man, if you never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High,
Colorado,
Rocky Mountain High,
Colorado,
Rocky Mountain
Between that one and the Jason Mraz, I think we're done now with like the too many lyrics in one song. So thank you very much. So Sherry and I recently went to Colorado, and we were listening to this song while driving through the mountains. We went up to Pikes Peak. It was very fun. We didn't drive up to Pikes Peak because Lord knows I don't need to have that car accident and never get insured again. Probably, because of being dead.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, you can't insure a dead person. I know this.
Starting off really optimistic. Yeah.
Anyway,
Upbeat, Scott. Remember,
I know,
upbeat.
I know. Probably not the method that I wanted to go with there. I apologize. But we drove nice and safely, and everything's fine. But we were also, I saw Erica indicating that she had found a nice THC seltzer to consume whilst watching the whiskey in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
On a hunch, I decided to Google and see whether or not there was a dispensary in Colorado named Rocky Mountain High. 6 locations, 4 in Denver and 2 in mountains. So yes,
This is good information to have.
there are.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and then there's also the Dumb and Dumber reference, but I'm not going to do that one because the Rocky Mountains are beautiful,
No,
and
okay.
they're wrong. And while the weather outside does not match this next song,
Yeah.
it can.
Maybe a little bit. Again, I'm going to say this before every song I sing today, but I love this song. I love it. I love this artist. I love this album so much. And this tune, in a weird way, it has popped up on perfect days at the perfect moment. And it's usually on a day when my wonderful husband and I have spent a wonderful day together. And it'll come on the radio, and I always have to make us sit and listen in the car until it's done. And there's a little bit of controversy about what this song is actually about.
Right.
You can Google that for yourselves.
And I think one of the beauties of any song that has potentially multiple meanings is that you get to choose.
Yes.
And if it means something beautiful to you,
Yeah.
then that's what it is.
Exactly.
'Cause who cares?
Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. Then later, when it gets dark, we go home. Just a perfect day. Feed animals in the zoo. Then later, a movie too, and then home. It's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Just a perfect day. Problems all left alone. Weekenders on our own. It's such fun. Just a perfect day. You made me forget myself. I thought I was someone else, someone good. It's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. You're gonna reap just what you sow. You're gonna reap just what you sow. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Oh, you're gonna reap just what you sow.
Yes. Nichole Carey.
Well, thanks.
We have lots of exciting things happening with Whiskey in the Living Room, not the least of which being, if you were not one of the people who tuned in very much at the beginning, we are looking for potentially a new name, one that's not necessarily alcohol related. Again, the current leading option is songs that make Sherry happy, and we'll see if anyone can come up with anything better than that. But we also have more shows coming up, and I'll also promote this later too. I should not have put all my beverages on top of it. It makes it harder to get to. Okay, here we go. So this month, it's Nichole Carey. April 30th. Thank you everybody for tuning in. May 28th, this is very special for me. May 28th, remote only, we will not be here at the Phoenix. We'll be performing from a Chicago suburb. Heather Hodge will be my guest next month. This is special for me because this is my sister.
Yeah.
And we have never performed together except in marching band, where she was the conductor, she was the drum major, and I was, just a bass drummer. So this will be the first time we've ever performed like sitting next to each other, which is very exciting. I'm excited for that. June 25th, Megan Kim with special guest Nicole WITLR. And August 27th, we're taking a break for July because the Minnesota Fringe Festival is happening then. Nicole's got a show, Moitz has a show, I have a show, everybody's got shows. It's like we're on an Oprah show. Sherry is very likely going to have a show. I'm very excited for that. Very proud of my wife, she's amazing. And so please come see the Minnesota Fringe Festival. You'll be able to just, if there's someone you want to come see in it, just go on to the minnesotafringe.org website after the site goes live on July 1st and search their name. That'll bring up the show they're in. It's very easy. And then in August 27th, our guest is Colleen Somerville.
Yeah.
And then September 17th, which I'm not really sure exactly whether that's going to be something you can come to in person, but it'll definitely be live on the YouTube, is Sherry's birthday concert, which we do every year. And it's a bunch of her amazing lady singer friends, which includes Nichole Carey, among others. And we don't know what we're doing yet. Sherry hasn't given us the list. Usually she does a film soundtrack. I really hope it's not high fidelity because the show will be 4 hours long.
It's on the list.
But we'll see. If Sherry ever does decide to do high fidelity, we're just going to have to take 4 years to do it, like 1/4 of the soundtrack.
Or we'll just do 20 bars of each song.
It'll be just one big medley.
Yeah.
That'd be so
I actually
funny.
kind of like that. That's fun. All right. So now that we've done that, we'll come back to that all a little bit later, except faster, I promise. And this next song, while we're talking about parks and rain and such, tell us about this one.
So this song makes me happy in a different way than the others have previously. It's funny because I think Scott's had this tune in his book forever, and we've never done it. But
I had it in there because of you.
Oh, well, sorry. It's never. I think No, you know what? I think we were gonna do it for something, and then we didn't. Yeah. Well, bringing it back.
Yeah.
But this song makes me happy because it reminds me of my dad. He was a musician, and after he kind of retired from performing in public, what he would do is on Saturday nights, he and my mom would get all dressed up and they'd have their Saturday night dates in our kitchen. And he would play guitar and sing songs, and they'd play games and dance, and it's some of my happiest memories growing up. And it was always old classic country music, which is what I grew up on. And so this song in particular, I have a very visceral memory of him singing. And so it's special to me to get to do it for you all today. And so this one goes out to my daddy. In the twilight glow I see blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, in the rain. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. I'm glad we finally got to do that one.
Yeah.
It's been sitting in there for
A
so
long
long.
time.
I have at this point closing in on about 700 songs
Yeah.
in the book, and I would say about half of those have been in the years since I started doing songs that make sure you're happier with skin living. And it's been really nice to learn a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I can play Dave Matthews all I want, but I like because that's what I started learning back in like the '90s. But no one wants to hear that. I don't know why. I think they're fine. But yeah, you got to learn new things. So it's really great. I love having the guests because y'all stretch me and make me learn new things. So it's fun.
Like this one. This is a happier song about rain. And Scott messaged me when we were talking about this set, and he was like, "Are we really gonna do this one?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "Oh, it's fun, but it's a little bonkers." And I was like, "Yeah." But this song makes me happy because it makes my husband happy. He says this song reminds him of me, and he likes to call me his flower girl. So this one goes out to Drew in the back.
Drew in the back.
Yeah. Oh, this is audience participation too. No, you can vamp. I'll come in.
I was just
I'm a professional. I know how to do this.
good.
This is audience participation, right? So there's a little bit there. I know there's not many of us, but I want you to sing loud and proud when I cue you in, okay? No. I saw her sitting in the rain, raindrops falling on her. She didn't seem to care. She sat there and smiled at me, and I knew she could make me happy. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. Oh, I don't know just why, she simply caught my eye. She seemed so sweet and kind, she crept into my mind. I knew I had to say hello. She smiled up at me, and she took my hand, and we walked through the park alone. Then I knew she had made me happy. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. Oh, I don't know just why, she simply caught my eye. She seemed so sweet and kind, she crept into my mind. Suddenly the sun poked through. I turned around, she was gone. And all I had left was one little flower in my hands. But I knew she had made me happy. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. Was she reality or just a dream to me? Her love showed me the
not seeing a whole lot of gig names in the YouTube comments. Now, maybe folks are throwing them on the Facebook and you're watching it there. That's cool too. But make sure you're, if you got an idea for what the show should be renamed, go ahead and stick it in the comments there.
Well, I thought of One Tea and Company.
One Tea and Company?
Yeah.
Oh, and it
When
has
you
like
have
that
guests,
sort of
yeah.
like
Yeah.
rhyming-ish sort
Yeah.
of.
I'm a writer.
One Tea and Company.
I like that.
Okay, continuing with songs that make me happy, make me smile. This tune is from a movie. This is a more recent one. It's from 2016. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Just wait. I got the next one's from just last year.
Oh, kidnapped.
It's true.
This is the sign.
2016, and it's from a little movie that I actually just got our dear friend Moats to watch with us last month. It's called Sing Street. If you've probably never heard of it, because not a lot of people have, it's my personal mission to let the world know about this wonderful film. It's a little independent movie written and directed by John Carney, who also did Once. Okay. Foreshadowing.
Yes.
And it takes place in Dublin in the 80s, and it's about teenagers who decide to put a band together. And I absolutely love it. It's all original music written for the film, and each song kind of mirrors a different genre from the 80s. So there's your new wave, your punk, your rock. Like it's so wonderful and beautiful and joyous, but also sad. It's got all the things in it that I adore in a movie. And the songs are fantastic. It's actually getting made into a Broadway musical. So we'll see how that goes.
We're going.
Yes!
We're going.
Yeah. And so this is my favorite song from the soundtrack. If you've never heard of it, look it up. Sing Street. Enjoy. It's 2 o'clock on the edge of the morning. She's running magical circles around my head. I hitch a ride on a dream she's driving. She turns to kiss me, I crash back into bed. Cross the street on a grayed out Monday. I see the eyes of the girl I can't describe, and suddenly it's a perfect Sunday, and everything is more real than life. I think I'm back in my dream. I think I'm back on the ceiling. It's such a beautiful feeling. Going up, she lights me up, she brings me up, she lets me up. You find a mixture of bounty protection. You've got a ray, but you don't want to reach the end. 'Cause what if everything beautiful's fiction? This reality's just pretend. And then I'm back in the dream. I think I'm back on the ceiling. It's such a beautiful feeling. Going up, she lights me up, she breaks me up, she lets me up. Shows me down the street, Georgia Street, miles below me. Up, and the world won't let us down.
I'll second that about Sing Street.
So good.
Adorable movie. It's very Irish.
Yeah. We usually watch it on St. Patrick's Day. That's been our tradition the last couple of years. So Scott gets a new guitar out. I'll talk about this song.
We're required to call it that now. It's the key.
Oh, phlegm, the allergies. Oh, I swear. So while Up and Sing Street takes place in a different era, this song sounds like it could have been written in a different era. So this is only from last year, you guys. I'm singing a song from 2022.
Yay!
Aren't you proud of me?
Stretch those wings.
But it sounds like it was written in the 60s, so I'm cheating a little bit. But this is a wonderful song. You've probably heard it on the radio. It's by Steven Sanchez. And it's just, the first time I heard it, I was just like, oh my God, what is this tune? And it was written by, this young, like 21, 22-year-old precious baby. And this was his single, and what he got his record deal off of, and now I believe his official album is coming out this year, which is very exciting. So I hope he isn't a one-hit wonder. I hope he goes on to make a lot of music, especially if it's as amazing as this song. And so I told Scott, I'm like, just so he knows, this one's going in the regular rotation.
Absolutely. And he does have one other
that
they started playing on
good.
here now.
Yeah.
And that one's pretty solid too. I don't remember the name of it because they played it and then I was like, oh, I have to go to a meeting. So
Okay, look it up. Steven Sanchez.
All right.
Georgia, wrap me up in all your hope. I want you in my arms. Oh, let me hold you. I'll never let you go again like I did. Oh, I used to say I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. Georgia, hold me in. I asked you to love her. Once again you fell, I caught you. I'll never let you go again like I did. Oh, I used to say I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. Again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. And thank you, all of you here at the Phoenix. Thank all of you online. We got a few more songs here for you. I think actually a bunch more. I don't know why I was like leaving it.
No, not that many.
Yeah.
Not that many. This one's real short.
Well, tell us about it while I'm switching axes again.
So anybody who knows me, like there are certain artists that you probably associate with me because I love them so much. One of them is probably
David Bowie.
David Bowie. Another one is probably
Papa Queen.
Freddie Mercury, Papa Freddie. Yes, correct. Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
Yes.
Judy
yeah.
Garland.
Judy Garland. Yes. Thank you very much. Mose has no clue. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Who are these people?
There's another artist, though, who is in my top 5 that I don't do a lot of his songs. I think this is the first one, actually. But my calling card is always, if you know and love Nick Drake, we're going to be friends. And for those of you who might not know,
Sorry.
keep it together. He was an artist predominantly in the 60s and early 70s, and he didn't put out a lot of music. I think he only ended up having maybe three full albums, yeah, roughly. Tragically, he died really young, which is too bad when you think about all the amazing music we could have had from him. And he was also tragically afraid of performing in front of people. He had terrible stage fright. So that's another big part of why people don't really know him. There's not a lot of footage you can look up of him performing his own songs. But he's on Spotify. He's wonderful. And it's funny because this song, of all the artists that I listen to in a year, you know how they do the Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year, right? This tune has been my #1 song for like the last 2 or 3 years. And it's not even my favorite Nick Drake song. It's just, it pops up on so many of my playlists. So it's just kind of always around me. So I picked it for that, and also because April happened to have a pink moon. It's not written and it's not said. Pink moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Pink moon gonna get you all, and it's a pink moon. It's a pink moon. Pink, pink, pink. Pink moon. Pink, 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 pink moon. Scott Froelich, everyone. It's not written and it's not said. Pink moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Pink moon gonna get you on. It's a pink moon. Yeah, it's a pink moon.
I love Nick Drake. So I've actually done some Nick Drake before.
Yeah.
Northern Sky, I
Yep.
think it was.
Yep.
And that was your suggestion.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Well, because like I think I'd heard him before, but I'm like, oh, it's not good. And then you know, said, oh, hey, this is someone that I love very much. You should play him, even though Scott, at the time, you have none of the skills required to be able to play it. And so it sat there for like years.
But you got better.
And then I did it. Yeah. It's all about perseverance.
So true. Well, I didn't. The way my gateway to Nick Drake was the Garden State soundtrack. Anybody? You know, when the tagline was "These songs will change your life," it kind of did. It kind of did for me. Yeah, I'm not. That's fine. If I was ever picking a soundtrack, just FYI, that's the one that I would pick.
I hear that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh no. So we got one more. This is a wordy tune. I don't know. Blake, I picked another wordy song. Oh. He's laughing at me. So I was saying to Scott the other night when we were working on it, you know, when you think about the great singer-songwriters, right, the names that come to mind, Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, Joni Mitchell, I don't think we talk about Don McLean enough in that conversation. You know, he kind of suffered from, he had that one big song, that one big hit that everybody knows,
Yeah.
and that's what everybody thinks of when they think of Don McLean. But for me, it's actually this song, and I've done it before. I don't know if anybody here, my husband, but I did this, oh no, you might have been there, the second time I played the Dakota, I did this song. Maybe?
Might have?
Maybe.
Wow.
It was a lot time. I did the song with a piano accompanist, but I've never gotten to do it with the guitar. And so this was really stretching both our artistic muscles a little bit for Scott and I, which was really exciting. And it's a story song, which I equal parts love and hate.
Mm-hmm.
So doing the things. So here is some Don McLean for you. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. The morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hands. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn, the bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. I've always wanted to play that song.
Well, there we go.
There are a lot of amazing people that cover that too.
Yeah.
Like Leon Lahavis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and other people whose names I can't think of right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
We're gonna bring things back up a little bit, and I mentioned Garden State, which this song is not from Garden State, but it is from another Zach Braff thing. If any of you ever watched the show Scrubs, which was a favorite of mine in the early 2000s. Let's hope Josh Carson isn't watching this show, because he'll feel attacked because I mentioned Zach Braff. But Zach Braff has no idea how much of an influence he had on my life. Between Garden State and Scrubs, I learned or discovered so much music, and that really went on to inform so much of my being. And this song, I think, was from the first season, and it's become one of those songs that when I'm in a dark place, like you mentioned at the top of the show, like so many people are right now that we know, it has given me hope. And I wanted to share that with you all today. Every street is dark and folding out mysteriously. Well, that's the chance we take to be always working, reaching out for a hand that we can't see. Everybody's gotta hold on, hope. It's the last thing that's holding me. Invitation to the last dance, then it's time to leave. That's the price we pay when we deceive one another. Animal mother, she opens up for free. Everybody's gotta hold on, hope. It's the last thing that's holding me. Look at the top box in mute frustration. At the station, there lies the cowboy. Scott Froelich, everybody! Look at the talk box, mute frustration. At the station, there lies the cowboy. Campfire flickering on the landscape. Nothing grows on, but life still goes on through each life of misery. Everybody's gotta hold on, hope. It's the last thing that's holding me. last thing that's holding me. Everybody's gotta hold on, hope it's the last thing that's holding me. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. The screen just sort of like went
Whoa, got
squirting on me.
No, that's all right.
I don't think it was the screen. I think it was just me.
Thank you, as always, my dear friend, for inviting me to make music with you. It brings me so much joy, and we get to bring joy to others. So I appreciate getting asked back.
And you probably will be again.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah. For those who can't see at home, Sherry's pointing at me. I always would.
Can you imagine this?
When we were practicing
No, I
the other day,
can't.
we were talking about the fact that, like, you know, people just throw stuff at me, and you were like, yeah, but I started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. Again, I love music so much, and I love sharing music with people. And so when I hear things that I'm like, oh, you should do that, or you should do that, because I feel like I have a good sense of a person's character, and what they'd be able to bring to the song. So I'm not going to stop doing that, just so you know.
No, and I appreciate that you and most of the other guests just go ahead and think through it in that way, and don't remotely consider whether or not I'm capable of playing it, because then I have to learn it, and that's always fun.
So this is technically our last tune.
Technically.
And this is a newer song too. This is from 2018? 2017? 2018? Roughly? Give me a little bit of credit. This is by one of my favorite bands, First Aid Kit. They're amazing. If you've never seen them live, they're actually performing at the Palace. I'm not getting paid for that. I'm just sharing the love
no,
because
they're just awesome.
they're amazing.
And aren't they Swedish or something?
Yeah,
like
they're
that?
sisters from Sweden. And Emmy Lou is their big hit. That's the one that most people know them from. And so this is off their album Ruins from a couple years ago. And this is one of the last songs. And there's certain songs that hit me that I'm like, oh, I need to sing that. And this is one of them. So I'm excited to get to do it with y'all today. And I get to belt my face off a little bit, which also brings me joy. Let's do it. So here we go again. I know how this one ends. It's a phone call from someplace far away. You say you found yourself, or in someone else, and you aim to forget about the rain. Her eyes are golden hue, and everything you knew slips away at the hem of her dress. As I was passing by that whole mountainside, it turned to dust at my feet. So I am incomplete, so loud and so discreet. You tried to pinpoint me, I guess that was your mistake. Too much whiskey, too much honey, too much wine. I learned some things never heal with time. And I've been waiting here, feels like a million years. And I'm a photograph that you forgot you took. But I remember spring, I remember everything. Oh, I guess that's the way it goes. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da
Yes. All right. So a couple quick things here. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you to Dave, the bartender.
Yay!
Peddling a bunch of non-alcoholic stuff today. Poor guy. Tip him. Okay. Again, this is our schedule upcoming. May 28th, Heather Hodge. It'll be remote only, so please don't come to the Phoenix for that. I mean, come to the Phoenix for plenty of reasons, but not for that specific one. I'm terrible at promoting this place, which, by the way, they finally got their front door. It's going to be visible soon, so, like, yay. For anyone who doesn't know what that means, yes, someone mistook the front of the Phoenix for a parking spot. It happens. Okay, June 25th, Megan Kim with special guest Nichole WITLR. August 27th, Colleen Somerville. And September 17th, Sherry's birthday concert.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. Birthstravaganza? No, that sounds like something else. All right, what's next? One more? Is that
Bonus
all?
track.
Bonus track?
Boom. One more song.
This is the one you have to listen to an entire Green Day album and then wait 5 minutes and another song shows up.
Oh, I missed it.
So in a twist of fate, this song Scott told me he wanted to do, and Sherry too, both of them. They cornered me, and
That's how we roll.
As you do.
I was like, ugh, I don't know, it seems a little high for me, and I don't know if y'all notice this or not, but I'm an alto. I used to sing high, and then the COVID happened, but we'll see, we'll get it back. But maybe a little nervous, and so Scott and I did it, and it was okay, and I was like, let's do it again, and I need to not try to sing like the woman on the recording, I need to just sing it.
Just do it yourself.
Yeah, and then it got better, so thank you, Scott. Yeah, we got better. So thank you for also forcing me to do things that I'm not initially good at.
Yeah. All right. I don't know you, but I want to all the more for life. hold on. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I actually forgot to mention that song won an Academy Award.
It sure did.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome movie. Once. And this is two months in a row with a Glenn Hansard tune. So.
That's great.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for showing up. Please tip your server, bartender, whatever. And have a great day. Have a good spring. Take care of yourself.
It'll come.
Woo!
Hang in there. Hold on hope.
And we're clear.